Change can be very difficult. Why is it so hard? And as leaders, what can we do about it to lead through it? People don't naturally resist change, naturally resist being changed. If you ask a room who wants change, everybody's going to raise their hand. If you ask the same room who wants to change, nobody's going to raise their hand. Why is that? People want the benefits of positive change, but they don't want to make the change themselves. So here are 3 reasons why people resist change. The first one is people feel awkward doing something new. Cross your arms. Now switch them and cross them the other way. It feels strange. It's something new. It's different. But eventually you would get used to that new position. It's just awkward going through that change. Number 2, people are afraid to lose what they already have. And number 3, people are afraid of being ridiculed. The story that comes to mind when I think of being afraid to be ridiculed is one you may not know. Have you ever heard of Wilt Chamberlain? He's done one thing that nobody in basketball has ever done before, and they've never done it since. He scored over 100 points in one game. One of the things that's so interesting about that game is that he was having a hard time shooting free throws. And before that game, only a few days before that game, he was coached up to change his free throw shot to the granny shot. The granny shot's more accurate because your arms hang low, and when you throw the ball up to the rim, it sits really soft on the rim. Did you know he went 28 of 30 free throws that night, that he scored all those points? Here's the crazy thing about this story is that he was ridiculed. And after that game was over, he didn't stay with that granny shot that made him have so much success that he's done something nobody in the history of basketball has ever done. He went back to shooting the standard way of free throws because he couldn't stand the way people were judging him. He was afraid to being ridiculed. Imagine how many more points he would have scored in his career if he had higher accuracy at the free throw line by sticking with the granny shot. So how do we lead people through change? First of all, tell your team to not ignore their feelings as they're going through this change. Change is a process. It's not an event. People need time to process that change. They need time to come around. We often overestimate the event and we underestimate the process. How many people does it take to make a positive change? I'll give you the answer right now. It only takes one, and that's you. One person who's willing to lead people through making a positive change and do your best work to bring everybody with you. The big question is not how far you can go. It's how far can you take your team? So how are you going to be a positive influence and help people to change in this changing market that we're in right now?